MSDN and TechNet subscribers. 47. Windows 8 was made available to software assurance customers on August 16, 2012. 48. Windows 8 was made available for students with a DreamSpark Premium subscription on August 22, 2012, earlier than advertised. 49. Windows 8 became generally available for download to all MSDN and TechNet customers on the 15th of August and for retail purchase on the 26th of October, 2012. Relatively few changes were made from the release preview to the final version. These included updated versions of its preloaded apps, the renaming of Windows Explorer to File Explorer, the replacement of the Aero Glass theme from Windows Vista and 7 with a new flat and solid color theme as seen in Build 8432, and the addition of new background options for the Start screen, Lock screen, and Desktop. 50. Prior to its general availability on the 26th of October, 2012, updates were released for some of Windows 8's bundled apps, and a general availability cumulative update, which included fixes to improve performance compatibility and battery life, was released on Tuesday, the 9th of October, 2012. Microsoft indicated that due to improvements to its testing infrastructure, general improvements of this nature are to be released more frequently through Windows Update instead of being relegated to OEMs and service packs only. 51. 52. Microsoft began an advertising campaign centered around Windows 8 and its Surface tablet in October 2012, starting with its first television advertisement premiering on the 14th of October, 2012. 8. Microsoft's advertising budget of $1.51.8 billion was significantly larger than the $200 million campaign used to promote Windows 95. 53. As part of its campaign, Microsoft set up 34 pop-up stores inside malls to showcase the Surface product line, provided training for retail employees in partnership with Intel, and collaborated with the electronics store chain Best Buy to design expanded spaces to showcase devices. In an effort to make retail displays of Windows 8 devices more personal, Microsoft also developed a character known in English-speaking markets as Alison Brown, whose fictional profile, including personal photos, contacts, and emails, is also featured on demonstration units of Windows 8 devices. 54. All Windows 7 PCs plan to offer a new Windows 8 upgrade on the 31st of December, 2012, and Microsoft upgraded it as a product of currently supported Windows 7 PCs in January 2013 via Windows Update. In May 2013, Microsoft launched a new television campaign for Windows 8 illustrating the capabilities and pricing of Windows 8 tablets in comparison to the iPad, which featured the voice of Siri remarking on the pad's limitations in a parody of Apple's Get a Mac advertisements. 55. 56. On the 12th of June, 2013, during Game 1 of the 2013 Stanley Cup Finals, Microsoft premiered the first ad in its Windows Everywhere campaign, which promoted Windows 8, Windows Phone 8, and the company's suite of online services as an interconnected platform. 57. 58. New and changed features. Windows 8 Pro DVD case containing a 32-bit and a 64-byte installation disk. New features and functionality in Windows 8 include a faster startup through UEFI integration and the new hybrid boot mode, which hibernates the Windows kernel on shutdown to speed up the subsequent boot. 59. A new lock screen with a clock and notifications. 60. And the ability for enterprise users to create live USB variants of Windows, known as Windows to Go. 61. 62. Windows 8 also adds native support for USB 3.0 devices. which allow for faster data transfers and improved power management with compatible devices. 63, 64, and hard disk 4 KB advanced format support. 65, as well as support for near-field communication to facilitate sharing and communication between devices. 66, Windows Explorer, which has been renamed File Explorer, now includes a ribbon in place of the command bar. File operation dialog boxes have been updated to provide more detailed statistics, the ability to pause file transfers, and improvements in the ability to manage conflicts when copying files. 67. A new file history function allows incremental revisions of files to be backed up to and restored from a secondary storage device. 68. While storage spaces allows users to combine different sized hard disks into virtual drives and specify mirroring, parity, or redundancy on a folder-by-folder basis. 69. For easier management of files and folders, Windows 8 introduces the ability to move selected files or folders via drag and drop from a parent folder into a subfolder listed within the breadcrumb hierarchy of the address bar in File Explorer. 70. Task Manager has been redesigned, including a new Processes tab with the option to display fewer or more details of running applications and background processes. A heat map using different colors indicating the level of resource usage, network and disk. Counters. Grouping by process type, for example applications, background processes and Windows processes. Friendly names for processes and a new option which allows users to search the web to find information about obscure processes. 71. Additionally, the blue screen of death has been updated with a simpler and modern design with less technical information displayed. 72, 73, Safety and Security. New security features in Windows 8 include 2 new authentication methods tailored towards touchscreens, pins and picture passwords. 74. The addition of antivirus capabilities to Windows Defender, bringing it in parity with Microsoft Security Essentials. 75. Smart screen filtering integrated into Windows. 76. Family Safety offers parental controls, which allows parents to monitor and manage their children's activities on a device with activity reports and safety controls. 77, 78, 79. Windows 8 also provides integrated system recovery through the new refresh and reset functions. 80, including system recovery from USB drive. 81. Windows 8's first security patches would be released on the 13th of November, 2012. It would contain 3 fixes deemed critical by the company. 82. Windows 8 supports a feature of the UEFI specification known as Secure Boot, which uses a public key infrastructure to verify the integrity of the operating system and prevent unauthorized programs such as bootkits from infecting the device's boot process. 83. Some pre-built devices may be described as certified by Microsoft. These must have Secure Boot enabled by default, and provide ways for users to disable or reconfigure the feature. ARM-based Windows RT devices must have Secure Boot permanently enable. 84, 85, 86. Online services and functionality. Windows 8 provides heavier integration with online services from Microsoft and others. A user can now log into Windows with a Microsoft account, which can be used to access services and synchronize applications and settings between devices. Windows 8 also ships with a client app for Microsoft's SkyDrive cloud storage service, which also allows apps to save files directly to SkyDrive. A SkyDrive client for the desktop and File Explorer is not included in Windows 8, and must be downloaded separately. 87. Bundled multimedia apps are provided under the Xbox brand, including Xbox Music, Xbox Video, and the Xbox Smart Glass Companion for use with an Xbox 360 console. Games can integrate into an Xbox Live Hubop, which also allows users to view their profile and gamerscore. 88. Other bundled apps provide the ability to link Flickr and Facebook. 89. Due to Facebook Connect service changes, Facebook support is disabled in all bundled apps effective June 8, 2015. 90. Internet Explorer 10 is included as both a desktop program and a touch-optimized app, and includes increased support for HTML5, CSS3, and hardware acceleration. The Internet Explorer app does not support plugins or ActiveX components, but includes a variant of Adobe Flash Player that is optimized for touch and low power usage. Initially, Adobe Flash would only work on sites included on a compatibility view whitelist. However, after feedback from users and additional compatibility tests, an update in March 2013 changed this behavior to use a smaller blacklist of sites with known compatibility issues, instead allowing Flash to be used on most sites by default. 91. The desktop variant does not contain these limitations. 92. Windows 8 also incorporates improved support for mobile broadband. The operating system can now detect the insertion of a SIM card and automatically configure connection settings, including APNs and carrier branding, and reduce its internet usage to conserve bandwidth on metered networks. Windows 8 also adds an integrated airplane mode setting to globally disable all wireless connectivity as well. Carriers can also for account management systems through Windows Store apps, which can be automatically installed as a part of the connection process and offer usage statistics on their respective tile. 93. Windows Store apps. Snap feature, Xbox Music. Alongside photos snapped into a sidebar to the right side of the screen, Windows 8 introduces a new style of application, Windows Store apps. According to Microsoft developer Jensen Harris, these apps are to be optimized for touchscreen environments and are more specialized than current desktop applications. Apps can run either in a full screen mode or be snapped to the side of a screen. 94. Apps can provide toast notifications on screen or animate their tiles on the start screen with dynamic intent. Apps can use contracts, a collection of hooks to provide common functionality that can integrate with other apps, including search and sharing. 94. Apps can also provide integration with other services. For example, the People app can connect to a variety of different social networks and services, such as Facebook, Skype, and People Service, while the Photos app can aggregate photos from services such as Facebook and Flickr. 89. Windows Store apps run within a new set of APIs known as Windows Runtime, which supports programming languages such as C, C++, Visual Basic.NET, C#, along with HTML5 and JavaScript. 94. If written in some high-level languages, apps written for Windows Runtime can be compatible with both Intel and ARM variants of Windows. 95. Otherwise they are not binary code compatible. Components may be compiled as Windows Runtime components, permitting consumption by all compatible languages. 96. Snap feature, desktop, along Wikipedia app snapped into a sidebar to the right side of the screen. In Windows 8, desktop and everything on it is treated as one Metro-style app. To ensure stability and security, apps run within a sandboxed environment, and require permissions to access certain functionality, such as accessing the internet or a camera. 97. Retail variants of Windows 8 are only able to install these apps through Windows Store, a namesake distribution platform that offers both apps and listings for desktop programs certified for comparability with Windows 8. 95. 97. A method to sideload apps from outside Windows Store is available to devices running Windows 8 Enterprise and joined to a domain. Windows 8 Pro and Windows RT devices that are not part of a domain can also sideload apps, but only after special product keys are obtained through volume licensing. 98. The term immersive app had been used internally by Microsoft developers to refer to the apps prior to the first official presentation of Windows 8, after which they were referred to as Metro-style apps in reference to the Metro design language. The term was phased out in August 2012. A Microsoft spokesperson denied rumors that change was related to a potential trademark issue, and stated that Metro was only a code name that would be replaced prior to Windows 8's release. 1799. Following these reports, the terms Modern UI Style Apps, 100, Windows 8 Style Apps, 101, and Windows Store apps began to be used by various Microsoft documents and material to refer to the new apps. In an interview on the 12th of September, 2012, Sumisuma Seega, Vice President of Microsoft's Development Software Division, confirmed that Windows Store apps would be the official term for the apps. 102. An MSDN page explaining the Metro design language uses the term modern design to refer to the language as a whole. 103. Web browsers. Exceptions to the restrictions faced by Windows Store apps are given to web browsers. The user's default browser can distribute a Metro-style web browser in the same package as the desktop variant, which has access to functionality unavailable to other apps, such as being able to permanently run in the background, use multiple background processes, and use Windows API code instead of WinRT, allowing for code to be reused with the desktop variant, while still taking advantage of features available to Windows Store apps such as Charms. Microsoft advertises this exception privilege New Experience Enabled, formerly Metro Style Enabled. The developers of both Chrome and Firefox committed to developing Metro Style variants of their browsers, while Chrome's Windows 8 mode, discontinued on Chrome version 49, uses a full-screen version of the existing desktop interface, Firefox's variant, which was first made available on the Aurora release channel in September 2013, uses a touch-optimized interface inspired by the Android variant of Firefox. In October 2013, Chrome's app was changed to mimic the desktop environment used by Chrome OS. 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109. Development of the Firefox app for Windows 8 has since been cancelled, citing a lack of user adoption for the beta versions. 110. Interface and desktop. Windows 8 introduces significant changes to the operating system's user interface, many of which are aimed at improving its experience on tablet computers and other touchscreen devices. The new user interface is based on Microsoft's Metro design language and uses a start screen similar to that of Windows Phone 7 as the primary means of launching applications. The start screen displays a customizable array of tiles linking to various apps and desktop programs, some of which can display constantly updated information and content through live tiles. 94. As a form of multitasking, apps can be snapped to the CD off a screen. 94. Alongside the traditional control panel, a new simplified and touch-optimized settings app known as PC Settings is used for basic configuration and user settings. It does not include many of the advanced options still accessible from the normal control panel. 111. A vertical toolbar known as the Charms, 112, accessed by swiping from the right edge of a touchscreen, swiping from the right edge of a touchpad, or pointing the cursor at hotspots in the right corners of a screen, provides access to system and app-related functions, such as search, sharing, device management, settings and a start button. 112, 113. the traditional desktop environment for running. Desktop applications is accessed via a tile on the Start screen. The Start button on the taskbar from previous versions of Windows has been converted into a hotspot, or hot corner,